Metro Musings. My name is Werner Puchert and you're listening to Finding Frequency, one man's quest to find the extraordinary in the ordinary, one day at a time. So an extraordinary weekend comes to an end. A weekend that I thought was going to be ordinary. But that is, I think, how life is. You just need to know where to look. I mentioned that my wife and I went to this book writing boot camp, and it was interesting to actually attend the 3 days. I must say it was a great example of content marketing, because ultimately the host shared tons and tons of information with us, and I must say I walked away with a few key insights. But then, of course, late yesterday and also 2 or 3 times today, the sales pitch came. And to the credit of the host, he did warn us, guys, this is going to be my sales pitch. So it was interesting to look at this whole thing and zoom out a little bit and kind of think about what this guy's got to offer or how his system works. Now, he's got a very interesting model. He taps into the need of people to publish or write a book or the dream to become an author. And as I mentioned in this show before, is that I'm currently working on a book with a friend of mine, and I specifically wanted to attend. So I'm kind of a hunter-gatherer. I like to hunt around for information everywhere I go. I mentioned this in the previous episode. Go everywhere, get information, and keep what you think is good. So I both looked at the model, and also looked at the way he was marketing. And in both instances, there was quite a few insights for me, because I knew that I went through his marketing funnel. He knew that he could capture me somewhere on Facebook, on social media, and tap into my thoughts, into my dreams. And in the end, I ended up there. I got some value. But the funny thing is that I did not buy what he was selling. But then again, 1% did. And I think when I looked at his pricing, the 1% who bought made it well worth his while. Now, is this ethical? Is this the way things should be done? I don't know. He would argue that he is upfront and this has been clear from the get-go, and he does offer value, according to him. I think where I felt a little bit uncomfortable with was that at some stage there was a little bit of pressure to take a leap of faith, and not taking that leap of faith is potentially working towards you. It's a paradigm, it's a little voice in your head, but there's a lot of things that I think kind of counts against that method, because if you do not have money to pay for something, do not take that something. That's probably the first thing. The other thing that made me feel a little bit uncomfortable was that there is elements of playing into your vanity, and I think sometimes we all fall for that, right? Because you want to be an author, you want to be famous, you want to be clever, you want to know things that you don't know now, that you could maybe get that new job, that promotion. And if someone offers you to get you there, you would be keen to take on that offer. And better yet, if someone offers you a shortcut, doesn't that sound great? Now, I'm not saying every shortcut is a bad thing. Sometimes we need shortcuts, especially when it comes to government administration. But more often than not, a shortcut leads down disappointment. But I'm not necessarily saying that what happened today will lead down disappointment. I just believe that, and this is probably a very South African thing, as nothing comes from shortcuts. Unfortunately, everything in life requires you to put in blood, sweat, and tears, and being able to fight the resistance. And I think the key thing, and even this guy said today, you need to overcome yourself. And I must say, I agree with him. My biggest weakness, it's not my son, it's not my wife, it's not my crazy Polish cultural environment, it's me. I need to work, I need to focus, I need to take ownership. And yes, I need help. I need help from a lot of people. But ultimately, it's up to me to get shit done. So, hopefully with a little bit of help of some dear friends and support and some accountability, I will get to my goals. And hopefully those goals will benefit many others. I end my weekend on a high note, and I'm very happy because I also know that a little man is back from his snow adventure today. That is something that I also really value. I hope that you had a most amazing day and an extraordinary weekend. Let's get ready for Monday. Thanks for listening.
Następna stacja szwedzka.